Hello dear Phasmatic friends! Today I'm super happy because we are gonna study a very interesting thing, the algebra. But what's algebra? Algebra is a branch of mathematics where you study quantities but in a general way, using letters and numbers. Remember that in arithmetic we used only numbers. We added numbers, we subtracted numbers, we multiplied numbers. But in algebra, you use letters, you use variables. That is very interesting because algebra is the language of mathematics. There's a point where you can't understand mathematics if you don't know algebra. Many people say, but algebra, it is very difficult, it is impossible. But no, it is very easy if it is well explained to you. So here we are going to say the basics of algebra. In this video, we are going to explain what a monomial is, what is a polynomial, what is a degree of a term, what is a term, some things like that. Follow me, please. First of all, we have to say that in algebra, we are inspired by things, by nature, by phenomena that you see. For instance, if you look at a tree, maybe you represent it with a T. Plus, if you see two ducks, you can write 2D. And if you subtract 3 cows, maybe you represent it with 3C. Now, what's happening? The first thing you have to learn in algebra is that each of those parts are called term. Here you have one term, another term, another term. But how to recognize them? Well, if you have variables and you see one operator, you change to another term. And you see another operator, you change to another term. So, for instance, if you have a, b, x squared, y, z. Here you have only one term. Because you don't have plus or minus between the variables. It is very important. If you have two or more terms, it is called a polynomial. But if you have only one term, it is called a monomial. Now, we have to say that an algebraic expression has an operator, a coefficient, a variable part, and an exponent. The operator, the coefficient, the variable part, and the exponent. Also, we have to know that a fraction with a negative sign can be written as negative a over b, but also as a over negative b, but also as negative a over b. It is the same. When you have a negative sign, pay attention, please. And finally, what is the degree of an expression? If you have x squared plus 2x, the degree of this polynomial is 2. We have a degree of 2. But if you have x times y squared, the degree of this monomial is 3 because you add the exponents. But if you see the x, you can say that the relative degree of x is 1 and the relative degree of y is 2 because it is relative to each variable. But we can say in general that the degree of an expression is to look for the highest exponent of all the monomials. Well, here you have the basics. Next time we're gonna learn a lot of things about algebra. Thank you very much, dear friends. See you next time.